You're listening to the Outer Banks This Week podcast, a place for people to hear what's going on up and down the beach and to get the truth about what really goes on around the Outer Banks. So, are you ready? Here we go.
All right, thank you so much, Wes. Outer Banks This Week podcast, episode 114. And I'll explain some of this in just a minute. I think I made a mistake last week, but it's all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Manio. And I'll tell you what, again, Kelly, first-class individual, great automobiles, great cars on his lot. He looks high and low for all the right vehicles to put out there. He's at the car auction, I feel like, every other day. He's taking vehicles to the auction. He's bringing vehicles back from the auction. He's checking out all the ins and outs. They go through some 500-point inspection that he does on them when he gets them back here to make sure that they're all sound and ready to go on his lot. He's ready to put you in a vehicle of your choice. And if he doesn't have it, he will go and find it. So I'll give you an example. Friend of mine named Clint Godwin. You may have heard Clint Godwin Farm Bureau. Well, he's a buddy of mine, and he was looking for, what did they get? An Isuzu Amigo. And he wanted Kelly to help him find one. Well, Kelly found one in like Ohio, and he was like, I mean, if Clint really wants me to go get it, I'll go get it. But I got to charge him to go to Ohio to get this car. But hey, you know what? He found it nonetheless. So if you have a vehicle that you're interested in, that you're like, man, I've got to have this 1994 F-150 with the dual tanks, CD player, 5.4 liter V8, whatever the case may be, with the 305 in it. Or the 302, whatever. I mean, maybe I used to have one of those. So, Kelly, if you're listening, yeah. He can do his best to go find it. You know what I mean? He will help and try to look for it. And I'm just saying, like, so don't be afraid to be like, Kelly, I'm looking for this specific vehicle. And he will search his database from across the country to try and find it. So, check him out online at kellysobxauto.com. And, of course, got to have something to power this vessel, and right now we're powered by Outer Banks Pest Control. Miss Jessie over at Outer Banks Pest Control and her crew, they would love to come and inspect your home, business, office. If you got any pests, I'm looking at my buddy Ernest. Did I call him Ernest or did I name him Howard? I can't even remember. It was a wasp that was flying around my studio, and I killed him, and he is stuck to the Outer Banks This Week beach towel that's hanging from our wall in my studio. But he's been there ever since. He's kind of a skeleton of himself. And I thought to myself as he was buzzing around my head and I slapped him, I was like, man, you won't have the guts to do that again. Ha 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 ha. All right. It was a bad joke. It was a bad joke. Okay. That was a nod to my buddy, Nick Tom. Anyway, yeah, check them out online at outerbanks-pestcontrol.com, and they will gladly rid your space of any varmints, mice, rodents, creepy crawlies. They'd love to do it for you. Okay. Again, outerbanks-pestcontrol.com. Okay. Hey, so back to what I was saying a moment ago. I believe I made a mistake in the last podcast. I believe I said that this is episode 114. Well, the last podcast was episode 113. This is episode 114 of the Outer Banks This Week podcast. Okay. I tell you, we're going deep into this thing. It's summertime is on the horizon. It's warm around here. The weather's been nice. I will say, I'm willing to bet somebody like, well, you just had a gully washer of a storm roll through there the other day. Hey, I'm gonna call that nice weather, and you know why? Because we've needed the rain around here. It's been very dry, and we've had a couple little, showers pop up here and there, dump, a couple centimeters for about 20, 30 minutes at a time, but like nothing like what we had this past week on, what was it, Tuesday, it poured. It was a gully washer. All right. If you don't know what a gully washer is, look it up. What mama calls it, gully washer. Anyway, but we needed the rain. So I'm very thankful for that. Now the sunshine is out. The temperatures continue to get warmer, and we're full steam ahead into summertime around here. Mother's Day weekend, fantastic weekend, great time. I actually had to sit up in front of the entire church and talk about Mama and how, the Lord shone through her and throughout my life and things of that nature. It was a lot of fun. Mama was nervous, but I enjoyed the heck out of it. So that was a great weekend. And again, just all sunshine and beautiful days are ahead. I mean, of course, they're going to have a few rainy days, but look, I'm using that as a metaphor. Talk about all the good times are on the horizon. Summertime is right around the corner. Oh, gosh, let's see. What are we going to talk about in this? Oh, we're going to talk with Mr. Joel and Miss Lindsay over at High Tider Golf Carts. Mr. Joel Overton, he and his family, I call them the Overton Group. I don't know their exact title, but they have lots of different businesses under one roof over there in Kill Devil Hills, one of them being High Tider Golf Carts. And of course, if you saw the video on the Outer Banks This Week social media, we had it posted on our Instagram, had it posted on our Facebook page. It went out in an e-blast, but what a fantastic place. If you're in the market for a golf cart, that's where you need to go. And of course, we're going to talk to them more in just a little bit. I want to thank one more time Miss Shelly Tolbert and Edward Ponton and the fine folks up at Twitty and Company in Corolla for allowing me to come up there and do the podcast on Corolla. So educational, so informative, kind of shines, a spotlight on all things Corolla and all the fun things that go on up there with the wild horses, with the beaches, with the shops, with the restaurants, with the activities and the Corolla Lighthouse. I mean, such a cool spot, such a unique spot. If you haven't listened to it yet, I say go back and listen to that one before you listen to this one because it was a lot of fun. Thoroughly enjoyed being up there with them. I'm trying to think about any sort of news. Nothing that's really jumping off the page at me right now. Okay. But again, hey, all the local news you need and more. If you got questions about it, Sam Walker is the answer. The Grand Slam. Woo! Sam Walker, OBXnews.com. Love that guy if you can't tell. Sam Walker, OBXnews.com. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Hey, look, Captain Marty, we've just wrapped up all the sales for Captain Marty for his fishing guide that'll be out in a few weeks and all the different people that are sponsoring him. And we appreciate each and every one of you. One thing that Captain Marty and I are going to try to do in the near future is go down to Red Drum Tackle in Buxton and do a show from there. They are our presenting sponsor for the Captain Marty Other Side of Fishing show that we've been doing. And I talked to Miss Kara down there the other day and I said, hey, look, we would love to come down and set up shop here and do the show from here. And she loved that idea. So that's something that's probably going to happen in the next couple of weeks, probably after Memorial Day weekend. So if you are around Hatteras Island, Buxton area around that week, I'll try to keep y'all up to speed with when and what time. So if you want to stop by and meet the captain, maybe be part of the show, talk to us about your fishing and stuff like that, love for you to. So that's coming up on the horizon. One person that is going to be reemerging soon, I'm calling it the resurgence of Matty P. You remember Matty P, OBX After Dark with your boy Matty P. He's going to begin his nightlife segment after Memorial Day weekend. So I'm going to give him Memorial Day weekend to get his party on. And then he can give us an update on where he was, how it was, y'all remember the booty pump level? Well, he's going to be bringing back the booty pump level. And it's just, Matty P's a fun guy. I had lunch with him last week and I thoroughly enjoy his company. He's a first class dude, loves to have a good time. And he's actually kind of created his own brand in a lot of ways. Because if I've walked in a few different places with him and people are like, yo, Matty P. And I'm like, dang, I'm with royalty right now. I'm like, yeah, that's my guy right there. That's my friend. Yeah, I'm with him. And like, just trying to get some of the riding of his coattail kind of thing, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, he's a super cool dude. So I can't wait to have him back on doing his After Dark segment. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm working on getting him a sponsor right now. If you want to sponsor Matty P's OBX After Dark segment, let's talk about it, okay? And we'll see if we can get you some mentions along with Matty P's stuff. So working on getting him a sponsor right now. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. I got a couple of shout outs I want to give. I got an email, and I'm going to read said email. And then there is a new early college being built here in Dare County, and the principal was just named the other day. I want to give her a shout out. I'm going to do all of that when we come back. But first, hey, great spot for you to get some breakfast. One of the best breakfasts on the beach can be found at milepost 6 3/4 on the beach road in Kiddo Hills. You know where I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Jolly Roger. To satisfy that hungry pirate in you, set your sails for the Jolly Roger. I'll post 6 3/4 on the beach road in Kill Devil Hills. The Jolly Roger is home to the best breakfast on the beach. With pirate-sized portions of your breakfast favorites like eggs, bacon, sausage, pancakes, real sliced up potatoes and onions, and maybe a Bloody Mary or two, you and the crew will be able to start your day the right way. The Jolly Roger at milepost 6 3/4 on the beach road. Satisfying that hungry pirate in you since 1972. Oh, yeah, feeding that hungry pirate in you since 1972. Yeah, love the Jolly Roger. Carol Ann, such a sweetheart of a person. Andrea, the whole group over there at Jolly Rogers, great people. And the breakfast is top notch. Again, if you get an opportunity to have breakfast at the Jolly Roger, I strongly suggest you do so. You can check out their menu online, jollyrogerobx.com. All right, jump into some shout outs. And again, I absolutely love it. I've been getting some emails here lately, okay? Justin at OutterBanksThisWeek.com. I love getting emails from you. I love being able to talk to you, shout out to you, all that fun stuff, okay? And I got an email right here that I'm going to read from Miss Laura. Miss Laura, she's from Shelby, North Carolina. She just said, she emailed me and said, "Hi, Justin. I just spent a month on the Outer Banks. About a year ago, when I started planning this trip, I started listening to the Outer Banks This Week podcast. And in the past month, I've done everything you told me to do, and I appreciate so much all of your information. I've been to the restaurants you've suggested and saw the sites that you told me about. It was so fun to drive by Kelly's Automotive and Outer Banks Pest Control and all the other places that you advertise and feel like I was local because I knew them. I even listened to Cat Marty's fishing report, and I don't even fish. You're entertaining and informative and a blessing to the OBX and all of us who love the OBX. Even though I'm home now, I will continue to listen to you as I'm planning my next trip. Thanks for all you do, Laura in Shelby, North Carolina." Miss Laura, I replied to your email, and again, those are some of the kindest words I've heard. I really, really appreciate that. And the next time you are in town, I really would love to meet you. We can go grab something to eat somewhere, and just you can tell me all the things that you love about the Outer Banks, and maybe I can bring that back to the podcast and make something out of it. That would be super cool. Maybe you can be on the podcast with me. That would be even cooler. So we'll talk about that. But again, Miss Laura, I really appreciate your message. And it means a lot to me because sometimes, I wonder who's actually hearing me. My man Adam right there in the Edinburgh area of Chesapeake, he lets me know every week what's going on. He's like, he'll listen to it. And he'll tell me all the stuff he likes, what he doesn't like, if something sounded weird. And I appreciate that feedback. And Mr. Adam, he's a first class dude. And when I have my big peer party, whenever that is, I'm still working out the plans for that. I'm going to have Mr. Adam on. But Miss Laura, thank you again for your email. I really, really appreciate it. My next shout out, like I said, there is a Dare County Early College that's fixing to be built here in Manteo. And the inaugural class is going to be this coming fall of 2025. Well, the other day they announced the principal for the early college, and it is the one, the only, the current First Flight middle school assistant principal. Her name is Miss Cassie Mount. And Miss Cassie is a sweetheart of a person, not a mean bone in that woman's body, kind, good, godly woman. I mean, I'm telling you right now, they could not have picked a better person to be the principal of that early college. And I am tickled to death for her. She's the praise and worship leader at our church, and she is just a phenomenal individual. And I just want to give her a shout out and say, Cassie, congratulations on being the first principal of the Dare County Early College, and we're excited for you, and it's just going to be a great, great time. These kids are going to, I couldn't be more happy for you, and I couldn't be more excited for you. So congratulations to Cassie Mount, the future principal of the Dare County Early College. All right, that's going to wrap up my shout outs. Again, if you're listening to the podcast, let me know. Podcast at Justin at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. Justin at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. And just shoot me your questions, anything you want to hear about, comments, whatever. I want them all. I want to shout out to you. Justin at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. All right, quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Joel and Lindsay over at High Tider Golf Carts.
What could possibly be more fun than watching a bottlenose dolphin swim and play in the water right beside you? Hop aboard Harbor Star Dolphin Tours at Wanchese Marina and witness this remarkable animal up close. The Harbor Star is a spacious 50-foot vessel with a wide, shady canopy that runs 2-hour trips multiple times a day, including a breathtaking sunset cruise. To book your tour, go online to wanchesemarina.com and click Harbor Star Dolphin Tours. See the majestic bottlenose dolphin up close with Harbor Star Dolphin Tours.
Hi, I'm LB Daniels, and when you want great local seafood, you go to Fresh Catch Seafood in Wanchese. How do I know it's great? My daddy is one of the fishermen that brings it to the docks. At Fresh Catch Seafood, you will get local seafood right from their fish house. They are a family-owned business that knows the name of every fisherman that comes to their docks. Visit their social media pages to see the latest catches. My daddy would love to put his tuna on your dinner plate, so get it now from Fresh Catch Seafood in Wanchese.
All right, as I promised, we're here at, I don't know exactly, I call it the Overton Group. I call it, the Overton Incorporated, Overton Enterprises. Regardless, we're here at High Tider, the High Tider part, but there's a lot of different elements here. I've got Mr. Joel and Miss Lindsay sitting here with me today. We're going to talk all things High Tider. I mean, they do graphics designs over here. They do a lot of different things. How are y'all today?
We're doing good. We're doing good. Thank you for coming and talking with us.
Man, I'll tell you what, I had an absolute blast putting that video together for the golf carts. And here it is just over the weekend, and it's already gotten over 10,000 views on that video, and I saw some comments on it, people asking questions, and I'm hoping that it's something that really helps you guys move some carts. But that's also what we're doing here today. We're going to talk a little bit about these carts and put a little bit more words into it than what we could put in that video. So let's start from the beginning. Mr. Joe, now, where are you from? Did you grow up here?
Grew up down here, so I was born down here and grew up in Collington.
You're a Coltonian.
Coltonian, yeah, okay. Other side of the island there. So been here a whole life, and just been being a part of the community and just seeing it grow and everything has been interesting and cool at the same time.
Well, you're still a young Thundercat. What are you, about 25, 26? How old are you?
Close. I'm 35 this year, so I'm getting up there.
Hey, be nice. Remember, I'm older.
Yes.
No, but what are you, 36, Miss Lindsay?
36.
36. Okay, so I was right there. Now, Miss Lindsay, talk to me a little bit about yourself. What do you do? Where are you from? All that fun stuff.
So I'm actually from Suffolk, Virginia, but I have lived down here about going on 5 years.
Okay.
But vacationed here all my life. And I actually run the athletics part of our business. So I do all the sporting equipment, uniforms, all that kind of good stuff.
So before we jump right into the meat and potatoes here, so y'all have a bunch of different elements. You've got graphics design, all under one roof here, keep in mind. We have a graphics design business. You have a construction business. Is that correct? Overton Construction. Yes, headed up by Mr. Jay Overton.
Yep, Jake and Dad, they run that and kind of oversee that. So.
Okay, and then there's, of course, GMG Athletics and High Tider. Am I missing anything? Did I forget something?
So we got GMG Group, which is encompasses GMG Athletics, and then Good Measure Graphics, and then GMG Wraps.
Got it. Okay, I knew I was going to see.
There's a lot of to keep track of.
Yeah, there's a lot there. I mean, it's y'all are a family of many talents. That's a beautiful thing.
Well, and our thing kind of, especially when it comes to GMG, is we look at it, there's a lot of different things we do, but they're all interconnected in their purpose and everything. And so one of the main things is that people have passions, they have things that they love and enjoy, and we're here to help equip them to do them the best they can. So whether it's you have a business and we need to help on the graphics and marketing standpoint to get your name out there, to get out there what you do and what you're passionate about, then we're there for it. Whether it's the athletics and you have a student athlete that has a passion for the game and sports, then we want to be there to equip them to be able to do the very best they can at the end of the day. So
very cool, very cool. Let's start with the golf cart side of things. Now, did you just wake up one morning and decide, hey, I'm going to start selling golf carts? How did you get into the golf cart game?
So we have for years, for probably the past 10 years or so. We do with the GMG Group, we do a lot of custom vehicles for commercial clients and stuff and show vehicles. And we got into time where we were doing a lot of golf carts for shows and stuff and building them out for customers for those. And we got to a point with it to where we were looking that there had to be a better value. There had to be something more that we could do to help. Our kind of premise of things, if we can't do it better than the next person, then there's no reason to do it. But if we can figure out a better way to do it that provides a better service, higher quality, better value with it, then we'll try to do that to be able to take care of those that are around us. And so that kind of started that, and it kind of morphed into what it is now, but it was in the premise of being able to just provide a better value for people and what they were doing to be able to cruise a different way. So,
okay, so let's be specific here now. You don't rent golf carts.
So we don't rent golf carts currently. We're actually all set up to rent golf carts, but our biggest thing at the end of the day is we love building the relationship with people. So whether it's people that are here full time or it's people that have second homes, at the end of the day, people are the most important thing. And so we love building that relationship and having those customer appreciation, pick pickings and things throughout the year and just opportunities and moments to be together. So we enjoy doing that. That's our premise at the end of the day. When it comes to rentals, it's more of a here one day, gone the next, and we don't get to build that relationship. So that's not a primary focus of what our heart is.
Wow. You know what? This guy sounds an awful lot like somebody who stands behind a pulpit on Sunday mornings, like a preacher, if I may say. Now, is that something? Now, is there something to that, me saying that?
That's just Jesus at the end of the day.
Okay.
So for some people, you may have seen me at skate night. I'm the youth pastor there at the Ark Church, and we've been doing that for about the past 12 years. So when I say that everything that we do at the end of the day is about people, and equipping people, that's just another tool that God uses to be able to do that.
Look at this, man. I'll tell you what, that is a beautiful man right there, inside and out.
Yeah, and he's not just saying it. He really walks the walk.
Oh, I've witnessed the walk. Witnessed the walk. I mean, I stopped by and visited him at the after prom party that they did. I mean, they were still kind of getting set up in a lot of ways because I went early and left early. But I told him, I said, I'm gonna swing by and check you out for a few minutes. So we went in there and I went in there and visited for a little bit. And I mean, he was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Me, I was ready to go get into bed. But anyway, so we got the golf carts. Talk to me a little bit about the different. Now, you also, well, let me get my thoughts straight. You have the golf carts.
Hmm?
What brands of golf carts do you carry? What brands do you?
So we pretty much carry across the line a lot of different brands. Our most popular LSV models, which LSV is a low-speed vehicle, so it's a federal designated vehicle type. So what that allows is a golf cart that is transitioned to an LSV, so it can go on any roads that are 35 miles an hour or less. So here on the beach and the Outer Banks and Mania, you can pretty much go wherever you want to go except the bypass, but you can cross those at any lighted intersection. So when it comes to LSVs, our most popular models are our Evolution brand, along with our Advanced EV brand. And then coming up in probably the next couple of weeks, we'll have 3 or 4 other ones that we've partnered with to be able to bring in here to the Outer Banks, just to be able to provide. Everybody's different in how they use them. Everybody's different, the size of their family, what they're looking to do with them. So we want something that is not just cookie cutter where you've got to pick one that just fits some of the boxes. We want you to, at the end of the day, to find one that matches your lifestyle and what you're using it for, and how your family's using it. So,
okay, very cool. Now, yeah, you've got ones, multi-seater ones. I've seen some of them with like 4 or 5 different rows to them, you know?
Yep. So we pretty much, you started a 2-seater, which would be like a golf package one, which you got your 2 seats on the front and then you got your golf set up on the back. Those move up to what we call a 2+2, where you've got your seats on the front and then you got your traditional 2 seats that face backwards, which everybody's kind of familiar with a golf cart. And then we've got a newer model, which we call our forward, which is where you have 2 sets of seats that all face forward, which those are really great for people with pets, so the dogs are riding with you, or for families where you've got your kids that were right there. Everybody's facing forward. Everybody's together. You don't have anybody hanging off the back. And then we also have a 6-seater model on that, which is 6 seats forward, but you got 3 rows facing forward, which we call the limo cart, because it's pretty big, but it's for those big families where everybody wants to join in and ride together. And then we've got our traditional 6-seater, which you've got your 2 sets of seats facing forward with your 1 set of seat facing backwards. So again, just to be able to fit whatever somebody's trying to use.
Gotcha. Now, it should be noted that these are all equipped with the latest safety standards. That way they can pass a North Carolina state inspection for the highway. Is that correct?
Yes. So all of our carts, our new ones would be an LSV. Those all require a yearly inspection, just like a car. So they have safety equipment on them and things that they have to meet standard wise. When you have your basic stuff like your seat belts and your headlights, turn signals, rear lights, brake lights, and then you have even things like backup cameras that are on them. So they are pretty much at the end of the day just a mini car, open air car that's just allows you to get from A to B a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit more fun, and a little more economical also with the lithium batteries that are.
Gotcha. Okay, so talk to me about these e-bikes. Is that like a like the email? Is that like email?
Pretty
e-bikes?
much, that's what we're getting. Yeah, everything's becoming electric. Everything's becoming that way. So you've got your traditional bike, which now has transitioned to an e-bike for a lot of them. So they have electric motors on them. That, depending on the class model, will go anywhere from about 20 miles an hour up to 28. And those are set up with pedal assist. So if you want to go out and pedal and you're getting your exercise, but you want to click it in to where you're getting a little bit more help, getting where you're trying to go faster, those are there. And then it's set up too where you can pretty much just keep your feet in one position, push the button, and then it'll take you where you need to go as well. So
I'll tell you what, I rode one for the first time when we did the video. Scared me to death. Like I'm not used to it, And I was like, I got on it, I reared back on it, and I, opened up the throttle a little bit and took my feet off the pedals, and I was like, oh no, I don't like this. I don't like I felt like I was just. Anyway,
yes,
I didn't feel like I had control, but that's just me.
Yes,
that's just me.
They take a little bit getting used to, and then you have usually most of the bikes that we have 5 different levels. So you can go from a basic low pedal assist to where you're pedaling the cart or you're pedaling the bike, and it's just allowing a little bit extra push for you, or you can go up to turbo mode where you're going at it. You pedal a little bit, and it's taking off. So
it's a lot of fun to go that way.
Yes.
See, Lindsay gets to live this every day.
Yes. It's a lot of fun in the day. It's not something even we were talking about months ago. I haven't had an e-bike. That wasn't something we've seen more and more customers requesting and looking at them, and things that we've been doing, kind of researching and figuring out who we wanted to partner with. And once we got some here and I hopped up on one of them, I couldn't stop smiling.
Oh, you smile a lot, Joel.
I do.
This
but
is
yeah,
a happy dude
smile
right here. He's always smiling. I don't know that I've ever seen him not smile, to be honest. So we got the e-bikes, but then there's the scooters. I saw some scooters out there, and I don't even want this guy. No, sir.
Yeah, we got some scooters too with it. So we've got those are kind of. I grew up with the old school Razor scooters, the little metal scooters that were all just foot powered, and now we're moving into these to where it's full, just kind of set up where you can go usually about 18 up to about 28 miles an hour, depending on the model, and about 30 to up to about 80 miles of range with them. So it's just for somebody, especially during the summertime, you're trying to get somewhere. You don't have to worry about the parking, the beach access, things like that, trying to get somewhere a little bit quicker, a little bit different. Or if you're just going out and wanting to cruise and enjoy the weather, it's a pretty cool way to do it. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, they're neat. It just ain't for me. It just ain't for me. Yeah, I'll take the golf cart. We'll be good to go. Now, you do also provide delivery, pickup for different types of services that are for these different the bikes and the golf carts and everything, correct?
Yep. So if you purchase a cart from us, they all come with free delivery, and that's something that we just want to provide to be able to get it there. It's something you don't have to worry about, but it also gives us an opportunity to meet with you there at your home, make sure that you understand how to charge it and there's no questions or anything, and then you can take it for a drive, and just want to make sure that you're 100% comfortable with it in your own environment, and there's no questions that you have. And then when it comes to the service side of things, we have a mobile service trucks that'll go out and do specific work there on site at your house if needed. And then we're set up as well with pickup and delivery for state inspections and things like that, and a little bit more in-depth repair service that will come out, pick the cart up, bring it to our shop location here in Cuddlewood Hills, get it all fixed up, and then bring it right back out to you.
All right, well, let me ask you this now. I got my golf cart. I'm happy. And, I'm just like, man, dang, I really want to put some rims on this thing, maybe trick it out, put a sound bar in the back, maybe something fancy like Fast and the Furious LED lights all up underneath of it. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to do some drifting in my golf cart. can you trick out my golf cart? Could you put graphics on my golf cart if I wanted like flames down the side or something?
We
Could you do that for me?
So our big thing is we use the saying of make it yours. So we are all uniquely and wonderfully made, and so anything that you have, we want it to match who you are. So when it comes to a golf cart and what you're doing, we can have it set up to where you like one out here just as it sits on the lot and you're good to go. Or we can do anything from graphics to it to different tire and rim packages. To enclosures with them, to heaters on them, to different light packages, to different soundbar packages, anything from kind of mild to wild when it comes to that. So however it matches your lifestyle, what you're doing, and who you are at the end of the day. So
what if I wanted a big like wand cheese like painted across the front of it? Like
we can do it.
You can do that.
Yeah,
Make me a grand
yes. We'll put your face right on the hood.
Oh my gosh,
Lord have mercy. Wine cheese coming down.
Everybody come around and beat it up. Somebody would take a hammer to it or something and beat the hood right on. Anyway, all right. So we're just talking about graphics, and y'all do some different type of graphic things. Let's shift out of the golf cart thing real quick. Before we do that, though, people want to find your golf carts. They want to check out your inventory. They want to shop from you. How can they do it?
So what we got set up, you can go to hightiderobx.com. That's our website there that's got information, has some of the carts. We do tell people, especially during the summertime, we get carts in every couple weeks at the latest. And we usually say a lot of times the carts that come in could be pre-sold. A lot of the carts that come in go out pretty quickly. So you can check the inventory online, but that does change pretty rapidly, sometimes before we can even update it. So we encourage always people to just stop by, check us out. It's a fun family environment here. You come by, plan on an hour or so. We'll give you the keys to them. You can go take them for a test drive, find the one that you like, what's going on with it. And at the end of the day, golf carts are supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be something fun and enjoyable. So we want you to have that experience from the very beginning to the end. So I encourage you to just come by, stop by, and check them out.
Well, give us real quick, what is the address to your location here?
So address of the location here is 115 West St. Clair Street, right in Kildover Hills. So when you're going down the bypass, we're right here in the area of Bruin Station, the Dare Challenge Thrift Store, and Captain George's. Looking out one of our windows here, we're right across from the Kildover Hills Public Library and the Dare County Water Department. So we say we're kind of right here in the heart of Kildover Hills. We have a separate shop location down the road, but then coming the beginning of next year, we'll be adding on some additional property and buildings. So we'll have everything in one location and a little bit bigger at the end of the day, just to be able to give people a little more service in.
Well, there you go. I love it. I love the future of High Tiders looking bright.
Yes. We're growing, and we're trying to adapt to anything that we need to be able to make sure that our customers at the end of the day have the best value possible and the most fun doing it. So.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Tell you what, wealth of knowledge, beautiful man. And I mean, Joel, you got to check him out. Check out High Tider Golf Carts. But we do the graphics thing we were talking about. I mean, we got Miss Lindsay in here. I know she kind of helps with some of the graphic stuff as well as GMG Athletics. Let's talk a little bit about that stuff. So what are some of the different graphic design things that you all do around the community and for different people?
So when it comes to GMG Group, a part of that, we have a full service here, printing in-house, design in-house here. So you'll see our things all throughout the community, whether it's on a vehicle graphic, a full wrap on a fleet. Most any of the graphics that you'll see riding around that have full wraps, you'll probably see a little GMG Wraps Hurricane in the bottom corner of it. And so then we do all types of signage. We do print here, and we do apparel as well. We kind of look at from the standpoint of somebody having a business and having a passion for that. We want to be your one-stop store so we can sit down, talk about it, see what your vision is, see what your goal is, see what your passion is, and then allow us to work in our passion of being able to promote yours. So at the end of the day, that's a lot of the things that you'll see and throughout the schools, graphics that you see on the walls, wall wraps, signage, anything like that.
Okay. Well, there you go. I mean, yeah, the stuff that you did at First Flight Middle School and elementary, I mean, it's beautiful. When you walk up to the school building, it's like, I mean, it makes you proud to like be like, if you go to school at the middle school there, I mean, that's the one I've seen most recent. It's like, this is my school. Yeah. Yeah. It's really cool looking, and I know that you're trying to extend that service out to, a lot of different places. So definitely cool. But like, you're also, speaking of the schools, they got athletic teams and you are in the athletic gear. Talk to me about what y'all are doing with the athletic gear.
So yeah, pretty much anything you can think of, from jerseys to if you need big sports equipment to, branding for your school and your logos, we can do it all in-house here. So we work with a lot of the youth programs. We're working with the high schools just to kind of get everything that you would need in a one-stop shop.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the different athletic equipment you provide. So baseball, what are the different sports?
We can do any sport.
Okay.
Right now, we focus on our sports that are here. So, soccer, baseball, football, lacrosse, tennis. I could go on and on. But since we are in the spring season, baseball is our biggest one right now, along with lacrosse. So we've been lucky enough to partner with some of our local organizations to do their uniforms. So we were thankful for that. But kind of going back to what Joel said, our ultimate goal is to just be there for our community and to help them however we can. Like that's the whole mission of everything we do here. And we want to be able to take care of our customers, our schools, and make sure our kids, kind of like you talked about the school with the graphics, you want them to take pride in where they go to school. Because when they take pride in it, it gives them a sense of ownership and feeling like they're a part of something bigger. So, and that's really important for, young athletes and young adults.
Absolutely. Yeah. To be able to have like the state of the art type stuff and to be able to make it look nice and to be able to go and compete. That's the whole thing. You want to have the nicest of the nice and GMG Athletics, it's top of the line, and I love the community aspect here. Okay. Again, that's what a lot of the Outer Banks is when you really sit back and think about it is we're a big community. And we have a huge season, during the year where we have a lot of vacationers coming down here, and enjoying our lovely strip of sand. But then, there's the rest of us that, I say the rest of us that come out the right way. Then there's, in the off season, it's not quite as busy. And we all got to try to pour back into each other, and that's where like with the different things that you all do and the different services you provide here. And I call it is that the correct term, the Overton Group?
You can call us whatever you want to. It's
okay.
Nice.
Okay. That's what I've always said. I was like, Overton Group, the Overton Group, that you all do here is just the way you give back and pour back in. My man, he's a youth pastor at our church in Nags Head, he's pouring back into the kids on a regular basis. They should have a building named after him or something. Well, I guess in a way he kind of does, but
we don't need any of that. We look at it in the day of like our family is a part of the community. And a lot of times that stops with the other side of that is the community is. And so that's where if we want things to change, if we want things to be different, if we want things to prosper, then it starts with us. And so we're not the type of people that want to stand on the sideline and point at what's wrong. We want to be the type of people that are standing there alongside somebody and saying, how do we fix this? What can we do to help? And it was the same thing when the GMG Athletics, that started from the standpoint of we shouldn't have any student athlete on this beach that doesn't have what they need to perform to their full passion and potential. And so there's no excuse for that when it comes to a community. So that was something that we stepped into. And yes, at the end of the day, we all have families we have to provide for and we have to make a living. But if our ultimate goal at the end of the day is based on money, then we fall short of our purpose.
Amen. Man, we just had church.
That's what it is.
Just had church. That's all what
it's about.
Is that what it's like here, Miss Lindsay, on a daily basis? Does he hold church for a few minutes every day?
Just a few minutes every day.
Just a few minutes.
But it's good, and it fills your heart and it fills your cup. Because I'm a firm believer in.
Come on.
If you want to have a good outlook and a good perspective of it, you got to keep refilling your cup, and the best way to do that for me is helping the community. So this is a great way to do that.
I love it. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all giving me a few minutes today to talk about High Tider golf carts, GMG graphics, GMG athletics. Y'all have such a phenomenal place here with all the golf carts. People can come. You got a lot of them I saw lined up when I got here. People want to come do some window shopping. They can do that right outside. I'm sure that Joel and Miss Lindsay, the whole group here, would love to talk to you about a golf cart if you're interested. You're in the market looking to add something to your second home, if that's what it is for you, or if here locally, if you're looking to add a little something extra to your house, and just zip around the community and of course make sure you're on a 35 mile an hour zone, follow all different safety laws and regulations. Please let me mention that so you can't say, well, Justin told me to get a golf cart and go zoom around my neighborhood and then I get sued. We're not doing that.
Yes.
So make sure you abide by all North Carolina state laws. There we go.
Good job. Good disclaimer.
Any closing thoughts? Any shout outs? Anything we want to say?
Nah, I think I'm good. I appreciate you coming and helping us with this and just getting it out to the community. Like I said, we encourage people to come by, check us out. We're an open book. We welcome you to our family. Come by, and when we say with the golf carts, you can't beat driving one. So come out, drive one, and you'll see a world of difference compared to a normal golf cart. It's pretty cool. So
Awesome. Miss Lindsay, closing thoughts.
Just come by and see us. We do like to talk, so just be prepared for that. But when you come in, you will be welcomed into the family. So just be prepared for that.
Awesome stuff. Well, y'all, I appreciate y'all giving me a few minutes today. And if you're looking for, again, you're in the market for a golf cart, hightiderobx.com. Is that right?
That's right. Yes, sir. And check us out on Facebook. That's where a lot of our things come off of. So check us out on social media.
Yes, y'all do a great job with y'all's reels and everything like that. I enjoy looking at them. So Facebook, Instagram, definitely make sure you give them a follow. So guys, thanks again. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Frisco Woods Campground, a family-owned gem for over 50 years, offers a perfect getaway on Hatteras Island. Whether you prefer tent camping, electric water sites, RV spots, or primitive camping cabins, there's something for everyone. Guests enjoy free hot showers, a refreshing pool, and breathtaking sunsets over the Pamlico Sound. Nestled in nature yet close to local attractions, Frisco Woods Campground provides a peaceful retreat with modern comforts, making it an ideal destination for outdoor enthusiasts and families alike. Book online at the Frisco Woods Campground.com. Frisco Woods Campground, 50 years of memory making on Hatteras Island.
This is Doug Brindley. If you're a vacation homeowner and aren't getting what you need from your current vacation rental management company, don't get frustrated. Get Doug. As the owner of Brindley Beach Vacations and Sales, I can fix anything. Definitely an advantage over the other companies. Get in touch with me, Doug Brindley, today and find out how Brindley Beach Vacations and Sales can help manage your rental investment. With locations in Corolla, Duck, Kitty Hawk, and Hatteras Island, and online at brindleybeach.com. Service first, fun always with Brindley Beach Vacations and Sales.
Yeah, don't get frustrated. Get Doug. Yes, Doug Brindley at Brindley Beach Vacations and Sales. Yes, absolutely. All right, we're going to jump into some events, and the events that I'm going to talk about, not all of them, but most of them are going to be found online at outerbanksthisweek.com. You go to the events tab, click on that. You can search by township. You can search by date, daytime, nighttime, whatever. They can be searched up in many different ways at outerbanksthisweek.com. All right. Oh gosh, I got to get my paper lined up. Here we go. All right. Yes, we got, let's see. All right. My paperwork's there. Website is there. All right. Let's start with this coming Friday, May 16th is the 53rd annual hang gliding spectacular at Kitty Hawk Kites. I believe it's right there at Jockey's Ridge, the Kitty Hawk Kites location there. Yeah. Carolista Drive. So, professional hang gliders, pilots, fans, families, and friends of the Kitty Hawk Flight School tradition. A hang gliding spectacular is the longest running hang gliding competition in the world. 53rd consecutive year of the event, and they've got a lot of activities planned. So that's this coming Friday, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. So make sure you get on out there for that. That's always looks like a good time. And again, I believe our content manager, Paul, is in town for this event as well. I got to open up my phone real quick. I do have another event that, of course, it timed out. I go to pull it up and it's not there anymore. Let's see here. But that's going to be a little bit down the line. Let me just get it open just so I have it. There we go. Okay. So looking at Friday, there's still something. Kim Coleman's going to be playing at the Froggy Dog down in Avon. Freddie Carbon is going to be playing at Fish Heads that evening. Trivia night at Wanchese Marina. There's also live music going on at Buffalo City Distillery. It's DJ night at Lost Colony Tavern. And dance night with DJ Smiles at the Outer Banks Brewing Station. These are things that are happening on Friday, May the 16th. Let's look at Saturday. Gosh, it all skipped ahead real quick. Oh, gosh. So many different things happening on Saturday with the Town of Manio, Dare Arts, things going on over at Fish Heads Bar and Grill. The Brewing Station's got some bands. The Dare to Care OBX Shred Fest is happening this weekend. Okay, that's going to be going on down in Rodanthe. Oh, my goodness. What else? What did I see with the Town of Manio? They're doing a spring litter pickup with the Town of Manio this weekend, and I think their market stuff, their farm market, the Manio Market's happening. I think it's their first weekend coming up. I could be wrong, though. Don't quote me on that. Sunday, hey, the USA Surfing Prime Contest is taking place. That is going to be at Jeanette's Pier. That's something that you can plan to go to. There's stuff going on at Buffalo City Distillery. Over in Palace Point, Fish Heads has got some entertainment lined up. Hey, coming up on Monday the 19th, open mic night at McGrath's Burger Shack. That's always a good time. I do trivia there on Wednesday nights starting at 6. So I would love for you to come and be a part of my trivia night if you get an opportunity. We have a good time. And I like to party, so it's going to be great. Lots of things going on Tuesday with the town of Nags Head. There's going to be things going on at Elizabethan Gardens. Goombays is having an art painting night. That's going on Tuesday, May 20th from 6 until 9. Looking ahead into Wednesday, more things going on at the aquarium, some things going on in Duck. There's also, what is that? You could be an aquarist for the day at the aquarium. Ooh, that'll be fun. Wednesday, May 21st at 9 a.m. Let's see here. Looking on in. Let's go on into... Oh, there's a paint party coming up. Oh, okay. Here's something. Artsy Octopus. That's one of my clients. They're actually going to be on the podcast here in a few weeks. Miss Melissa over there. Michelle, not Melissa, Michelle, excuse me. Miss Michelle. It's, look here. Okay, so this is a relaxing afternoon of painting. Enjoy a fun-filled experience with supplies provided and sip on your favorite beverage while you paint. It's $45. You're going to need to call 252-305-2101 to register. And that's going to be on Thursday, May 22nd from 2 to 4. So that's a pretty cool spot. It's right there about milepost 16-ish or so. It's almost directly across the street from Jeanette's Pier. You've got Fat Boys Ice Cream, and then you've got right next to Fat Boys, there's a street separating it, and then there's Artsy Octopus. So there's a big van. Normally you'll see the van outside. That's how you know where exactly to go. Signage in Nags Head is weird. Like, you can't have certain types of signs and all that other stuff. So anyway, just click on it. It's right here on our website at OutofBanksThisWeek.com, and you get more details right there. Looking on into Memorial Day weekend is on the horizon. Yes, I feel like I say that a lot, on the horizon. It's coming up, Memorial Day weekend. So Friday, May 23rd, let's see, there's going to be different things going on in downtown Manio. I see some things going on up in Kill Devil Hills. Oh my gosh, something else. Opening day for H2OBX is going to be Saturday, May 24th. Well, I know where I'm probably going to end up being. Yes, indeed. I know exactly where I'm going to end up being. At some point that weekend, my wife's going to be like, oh, water park's up and we're gone. Oh, but hey, check it out. Saturday, May 24th from 7 to 10 p.m. Ty Fleming is going to be at Fish Heads Bar and Grill. Dude, if you get a chance to go hear Ty, I've always said he is the man who created Chris Stapleton. Ty Fleming was Chris Stapleton before Chris Stapleton was cool. So that's just something to keep in mind. Lots of other things going on. You can see all of this in its entirety online at OuterBanksThisWeek.com, all the different events. There is one event, though, that I do want to give a quick mention to that I have in front of me. It's the one I was trying to get on my phone that went away and timed out. Coming up on Friday, June 20th, I want you to mark your calendars for this at 4 o'clock at Manio First Assembly, Manio First Assembly of God Church. There is a shrimp fry for Brandy Mann's service dog. So quick little snippet about this. So they're trying to get the service dog for Miss Brandy Mann. The dog's name is Honey, who's training to be a custom prepared dog for Brandy. So Brandy battles with adrenal insufficiency, which is a condition that causes her to faint without warning. And Honey will be her lifeline, bringing vital support and much needed peace of mind to her family. There's a GoFundMe. You can find more information if you go to like the Mania First Assembly Facebook page. That's where all the details are about this. That's what I'm saying. Like, just about all the events I'm going to talk about are online at OuterBanksThisWeek.com, except for this one. This one, I think we're going to get it on the website, but for right now, it's only on Facebook and social media. And again, this dog, I was talking to Pastor Danny Burdett from Mount Carmel Methodist Church in Mans Harbor, and he was telling me just earlier today that the dog is already like kind of there. They're trying to pay it off. And the dog's already alerted her a couple of different times when, she felt as if like, it's amazing how these dogs can alert you to different things. Like my wife is a type 1 diabetic, and I've been told I could get a dog that can smell her or can sense when her sugar is about to drop or getting low or whatever. It's amazing what these dogs can do. So again, they're having this benefit. It's going to be on Friday, June 20th at Mania First Assembly. Guys, it's going to be a drive-through style starting at 4 o'clock. It's going to be shrimp plates. It's going to be fried shrimp, green beans, coleslaw, and hush puppies. Plates are only by donation, and there's going to be a bake sale going on as well. So I wanted to mention that real quick, and I'll be mentioning that more as the weeks go by. But I did promise Pastor Danny that I was going to mention it today on the podcast. So that is just kind of a look at what's going on around the community. Again, go online to OuterBanksThisWeek.com for more details on what you can do to go out and party and have a good time here on the Outer Banks. All right. I think that's about it. I don't know that I forgot anything. I really appreciate Mr. Joel and Miss Lindsay for being on the podcast with me, talking about the golf carts, talking about the graphic design things that they do, talking about GMG Athletics and how they provide top-notch athletic equipment for local athletes. And I mean, they're willing to travel to help provide this equipment for people. So really, really thankful for them. What a great group of individuals. Again, Joel, he is a youth pastor at the Ark Church in Nags Head. So he's a super cool dude. Super, super sweet people. I mean, again, they're always smiling, always happy, and always willing to give back and be a part of the community. So please, if you're in the market for a golf cart, hightiderobx.com and check out their inventory and give them a shout and let them talk to you. And they'll, again, I've only known Joel. I know his brothers, and I just met Joel within the last, couple of years, and like I already feel like family. I walk in there, and it's just that good, homey feeling that you look for. So, again, appreciate them for being on the podcast. Next week, a former colleague of mine is going to be on the podcast. His name is Tom Hoggard. He used to do a radio show, a sports show on 98.1, the OBX. It was 98.1 The Score at that point, actually. And he's going to be on the show. He is the general manager for a new semi-pro baseball team. It's a wood bat league team. It's called the OBX Flying Dutchman. They are going to start their season, I believe, around the first part of June over in Kill Devil Hills at the First Flight High School baseball complex. He's going to be on the podcast next week to talk all about the OBX Flying Dutchman, how you can help with the OBX Flying Dutchman and all that other fun stuff. So he's a lot of fun. He and I used to do a couple bits together on the radio when I was working in FM radio locally. And we may end up doing some of that just to kind of relive the glory days that he and I had together. So I'm really excited to have Tom Hoggard on the podcast next week with me to talk about the OBX Flying Dutchman and the Wooden Bat League that they're going to be a part of here locally, and just all the baseball excitement that's going to be back here on the Outer Banks. So really looking forward to that. All right. Other than that, I believe that's going to do it for this week's episode 114, the Outer Banks This Week podcast. Again, all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive, online at kellysobxauto.com, and all powered by Outer Banks Pest Control, and online at outerbanks-pestcontrol.com. Again, appreciate everybody for listening. Shoot me an email if you got any questions, comments, concerns, gripes, complaints. Let me hear them. Justin at outerbanksthisweek.com. Other than that, I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back to grace you all with my presence again next week. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.
This has been another radical edition of the Outer Banks This Week podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and listen every Thursday for a new episode.